Yo, what is going on, guys? It's your boy, and we're going to be going over the new legendaries for the new DLC that's coming out in, I believe, 4 days, actually. 4 days. Today is December 15th. It is going to be coming out the 19th, so we're going to be taking a look at some of the legendaries that they are going to be adding. I have completely failed on finding a perfect PNG file for this, or a JPEG file, but we are going to just hop straight into things. And the first thing I'm seeing right now is the dastardly cheap shot seeing dead for Zane. It is a class mod. The description as follows: whenever Zane damages an enemy with his weapon, he has a chance to automatically activate all of his kill skills. Additionally, his kill skills gain a bonus plus 25% effect bonus. Now I don't really know. I can't, overhype things. I literally just started a Zane and I'm starting to play through them. If you know me, then I don't really like sit there and watch videos on Zane or like the other classes that I'm playing. I just kind of like go along as I explore. I like playing the game in that kind of sense, but I'm sure there's going to be a god roll for this, and if it is good, let me know down in the comments below. Now moving on to my girl AMARA. So what we got here is the aware golden rule. Whenever an enemy damages AMARA, she gains increased action skill cooldown rate for a few seconds. This effect stacks, and it seems like this is a damage reduction kind of mod. Also, the rolls at the bottom: 18% weapon critical damage, 31% pistol damage, 1487 max health. Now I'm sure there's gonna be a different roll for this, but the action skill cooldown rate, depending on what skill tree you're using, whether that be phase slam or phase cast. I know the phase grasp actually comes back pretty quick depending on what build you're using it for. Like if you're using a phase zerker or a spiritual driver, where you just pop that immediately. So I feel like this is going to help out the other skill trees. Moving on to the some of the weapons, we got a potent nukem, which is a rocket launcher. Holy crap, 16,987 damage. That's kind of crazy. I've never seen a rocket launcher with that like base DPS before. 61% weapon damage, 1,000 splash damage radius, and 69% projectile speed. That's kind of funny. I feel like that's Gearbox's joke right there, but I'm sure it's gonna have different rolls, and obviously with anointments, it's gonna be a god roll for each and every one of these items on the legendary list for this handsome jackpot DLC. But this looks pretty interesting. I'm not a big rocket launcher fan. I haven't found a use for one yet, but hopefully that changes with this update. But that looks pretty crazy. 16,000, almost 17,000 damage. Imagine that with a god roll. Fucking anointment. Jesus. Moving on to the cash infused viral heartbreaker. Now, I don't want to set the world on fire. Damage to projected front facing shield reflects bullets back at attackers. So this almost seems like another brainstormer. 10% critical hit damage, 50% weapon damage, 27% weapon fire rate, 44% weapon shield capacity, and yeah, 386 times 8 damage. Now obviously, like I said, with anointments, holy crap, these weapons are probably gonna be insane. Holy shit. We have a shocking tactical auto aim with the E with the fucking thing on it. Roast me in the comments. I don't know what that's called. Anyway, 1720 damage, 1445 damage shock per second, has a 16% chance of that. The red text says OGC hooked. Not sure what that means. If you know what it means, let me know down in the comments. I know most of these texts are actually really references to like movies and media in general, so if you guys understood that, let me know down in the comments below. 21% critical hit damage, and it has a 4.5 and 5 times weapon zoom. That's gonna be against, it's gonna work good against shields. Personally, I'm not a big sniper rifle fan on this game. It just doesn't suit my playstyle, but I do like messing around with the Lyuda. Obviously, the thing is kind of broken. It's a you know what the Lyuda is. It is it is broken. Moving on to a new SMG, we have a powerhouse cheap tips. Now there's no elemental effect on this, so it kind of intrigues me. I wonder if there's going to be any. But starting off with the damage, it's going to be at 539. The red text says, "I'll get home early from work." 21% critical hit damage, 25% weapon shield capacity, and damaging enemies may drop casino chips that boost weapon damage for 12 seconds when picked up. Now, it doesn't say that that stacks, but if it does, then this thing might actually be really useful and actually could do some work, especially with the magazine size being 49. Obviously, different rolls on it, you could get a and with your with your class mod and different skill trees, you can increase that magazine size and probably have unlimited ammo with that. That's actually going to be pretty crazy. I hope that casino chip perk actually stacks for boosting weapon damage. That's going to be crazy. Moving on to the class mods. I know I'm sorry if I'm sniffing. I'm going to try to edit it out, but if you guys heard me sniff, I apologize for that. I've been a little under the weather lately, but yeah. Moving on to this new class mod for flak. Whenever flak scores a critical hit, they gain increased weapon damage until they don't score a critical hit. This affects stacks. If you can make God bleed, people will cease to believe in them. That reminds me of like Batman versus Superman, like the whole Lex Luthor line. But I'm sure that's from something else. It has 32% weapon accuracy, 20% corrosive resistance, 55% torque weapon projectile speed, and this might be the same one from the DLC trailer that we saw. Like, I don't know if it's the same roles, but obviously there's gonna be different roles on this class mod, and if you're a flak build, then I hope this is gonna be good for you. Like I said, personally, I have not touched flak at all, and if you guys actually do need any flak builds, my boy Cree actually make some flak videos. They're pretty worth checking out. I know I'm definitely going to be watching them whenever I make my flak, and I'm actually working on a moze, and that's what we're about to get into. But if you guys want to, go ahead and check out his channel. His link's going to be in the description below. Moving on to this moze class mod, investing blistering green monster. After firing her weapon for a few seconds, Moze's weapons gain bonus corrosive damage. The longer she continually fires her weapon, the greater the bonus. We often smile at sights of violence. Again, not sure what that is from, but kind of gives me a Joker vibe. But if you guys know, let me know down in the comments, especially for all these red texts. I know they're references to something. But we got negative 18% damage reduction, 20% cryo resistance, and 27% grenade radius. Now, to me, like I said, I really just play AMARA, and I started working on a Zane. I'm playing through the story on him right now. I'm gonna power level my moze and my flak, but moze would be the third character I pick up. Now, this to me seems like something that would be really useful in the raid, especially with Wotan and some of the enemy and the Valkyries, because most of these enemies that are robots obviously take more corrosive damage. So the more bonus corrosive damage for moze, I'm sure you can make a strong build out of that. Moving on to the Dueling Lucky 7. Notice a pistol. Or Fortuna. Plus 10% critical hit damage. The base damage is going to be 958. It's a Jacob's weapon. Don't know how to feel about it. As of right now, obviously, I'm going to be making videos on most of these new legendaries that are going to come out within the update, so I can give you guys, like, you know, some gameplay-esque. I'm not going to... it's gonna be a bitch farming for him, but I feel like, you know, I could do it. Did it with all these other legendaries that came out. Took me a little bit, but day one, man, day one DLC drop, that is gonna be crazy. It's gonna be a crazy day. I'm gonna be grinding on Borderlands 3 all freaking day, man. Just so I can get the content out there for you guys that are questioning about these different types of legendaries and these different class mods. But moving on to the shredded, is that craps? Although it said crops. I'm pretty sure that's an A. Oh, me. The damage is going to be, the base damage is going to be 1671, 46% weapon damage, 15% weapon fire rate, 101 splash damage radius, and stuck gyro jets increase damage by 10% each. Now, honestly, I have no idea what the fuck a gyro jet is, but that's just me. If you guys know, then I'm sure that I'm gonna give this pistol a try. That's for sure. I'm gonna give all these legendaries a try at some point. That seems pretty interesting. Moving on to the Stark Ion Laser. Particles unite. This, you know, when you say Stark in a thing, I just think, you know, Tony Stark. and especially ion laser. It's like a chest blast. But the base damage is going to be 269. Radiation damage, it can switch between radiation and shock element, so there might be different elements for this gun, as it is a Malawan weapon. We have seen that in the past. A lot of these Malawan weapons do have all the elements on them, so another new SMG besides the Kipsworth would be pretty cool. So I'm definitely gonna have to pick this up and see what it does. I love these Malawan weapons, guys. I think that's when I run like half my builds on the recursion and like the Kipsworth, and oh my god. And right next to it we have the Searing Relentless Boomer. Highly effective versus flesh. 524 damage a second for incendiary, has an 8% chance. 416 base damage. 10% critical hit damage, 27% weapon fire rate, 15% reload speed, plus 75 splash damage radius, and some zoom. And it says bullets are laced with hot sauce. So, you know, I'm assuming that this is going to be just maybe a fire type weapon in general. So I'm going to see what this does. It kind of gives me like a Crossroads vibe looking at the stats and everything. But, yeah, that's all I have to say for that. Moving on to the Burning Scoville, which is good. Oh god, you guys don't know what the Scoville scale is. It's pretty much, you know, like, let's say, you know, you got your standard hot sauce, right? And then you got a fucking ghost pepper, which I've eaten one of those. Don't ever do that. Don't harm yourself like that. Oh god, that was like the worst 15 minutes of my life. But holy crap, starting off the base damage, we have 2431 times 2. Okay, and we have a 2424 damage per second for fire. It's going to be a 20% chance on that. And it says put a little pepper on the end of it. You know, put a little ghost pepper on the end of it. Make your enemy's mouse just completely implode, you know? 21% weapon fire rate. Plus 626 splash damage radius. Consumes 5 ammo per shot. And it has a 8 magazine size right here. Obviously you can adjust that with different skill trees and different class mods, so this gun might actually be worth looking into. But moving on to the next one, which is going to be the Shredded Creamer non-dairy fucking gearbox. Oh my god, I can't expect anything less from you guys. 5093 damage for the base damage on this rocket launcher, plus 500 splash damage radius, and stuck gyro jets increase damage by 75% each. So again, I don't know what the hell a gyro jet is. I don't think I've had a class or a weapon that has that. I don't know if that's new, but it seems pretty interesting, and it's going to increase the damage by 75% each. So that might actually, this rocket launcher actually might be really good to look into. But moving on to the final weapon of today, so the subsidized slow hand. All right, it's gonna be a cryo shotgun by Hyperion. All right, so we're looking at 1276 base damage, 69% accuracy. I just wanted to say 69. We got a 13 magazine size. Says take your time, sugar. It's like a Moxxi kind of vibe. Negative 22% weapon damage, plus 10% critical hit damage, plus 25% weapon shield capacity, plus 280 splash damage radius, consumes 2 ammo per shot. Obviously it's going to slow enemies because it's a cryo weapon. Now to me, on my Zane, I'm really running a cryo build right now, and I'm kind of liking it. It's really different from what I've been doing on my AMARA, but this seems like a good weapon for Zane. I don't know if there's any other Vault Hunters that, you know, kind of rely on that cryo damage, considering I've only played AMARA and Zane at this point. Seems like a weapon I would take on my Zane for sure, because I do have a, like I said, I do have a cryo based Zane build right now, and I'm loving it. So this might actually fit right into it. Having a cryo shotgun, I love it for my Zane. I am running like a cryo SMG. I forgot what it was called. I want to say it was a Handsome Jackhammer, but I'm not quite too sure. But this is definitely going to fit right into my build. So this is pretty interesting. I'm going to have to pick this up for my Zane. hopefully get an anointment on it. And this little article that I'm reading, moving on to the Borderlands 3 DLC legendary weapons, fans that have played Borderlands 2 may notice that some of Moxxi's guns from the previous installment are being added in Moxxi's Heist of the Handsome Jackpot. And I honestly didn't even recognize. Honestly, I have not played BL2 since I want to say 2013, 2014. It's been a long time since I touched that game. Yeah, they are the Heartbreaker, Creamer, and Slowhand, and whatever that's Creamekazam, yes, has confirmed that all these weapons heal the player upon dealing damage as they did in BL2. So all these Moxxi weapons are going to be dealing health regen upon weapon damage, so that's pretty cool. There are some legendaries in hand right now that we have that are just absolutely amazing, so I hope this update will blow some of the things that we have right now out of the water and kind of give those class mods and these weapons a chance in the spotlight compared to, like, you know, the standard recursion, even though recursion got nerfed, which sucks. All right, that's gonna wrap up this video, guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to smash that like button. Be sure to definitely subscribe if you're new. We just passed the 1K mark, which is pretty insane, and I already got a 1K celebration video. If you guys want to go see that and see what I'm talking about in that video, I'm pretty much just covering what's going to be going on in 2020 for the channel. I'm really excited for that as far as that goes. Also, be sure to stop by the Discord. Me and my boy Cree have created a community Discord for you guys to discuss and maybe, you know, talk LFG in, or maybe just discuss updates. We have chats for all platforms, PlayStation, Xbox, and PC, where you guys can trade and do whatever. Now, that's gonna wrap it up, and as always, I will see you in the next video. Peace out.
I just wanna be big, bands all on me, I wanna break them like a twig. Don't ask me what's in my cup unless you tryna take a swig. Don't rap for the money, I'm just rapping for the gig.